is yet to come. All I really want is you. No one can take your place. You ain't seen nothing yet, 'cause the best is yet to come. Trying to find the words to say. I'm in my feelings today, 'cause you make me feel so calm.
Hey, your world. I almost broke my hip. Anyway, so hey, your world. It's me. Did y'all enjoy that Bean collab? I did, especially. Great, amazing channels, okay? So, after I made that bean collab, or that bean recipe, I really started thinking about my mom more. And I was thinking about dishes that she made that I like. Now, my sister, she liked the beans. Me, I like the yock. All right? So some people might say, what is yock? All right? So yock is one of those meals that we would eat, again, growing up, that didn't cost much to make. All right? Beans didn't cost much to make. Yock didn't cost much to make. The main ingredients for yock, well, first, what is yock? All right? Yock is the actual noodle. All right? But if you say the word yock, you know that you're putting it together a particular way. Some people, like in Louisiana, I believe they have yock-a-mein, but I don't know much about that recipe. Pretty sure it's delicious. I would eat it because I eat everything. And y'all know, I think I could cook. All right. So moving to South Carolina took me away from yock. Yock is sold in Norfolk, Virginia, where I'm originally from. All right. So in Norfolk, Virginia, you would go to the Asian stores. Markets, okay. And they usually don't be that big. A market usually have everything. An Asian store would just have noodles and seasoning. That's what I remember. And you would pick up your ingredients for your yock. And your yock noodle today come in a box. But back then, my family, I guess because we were feeding a lot, I guess, it would come wrapped up in almost like a brown paper bag type. So it would be, thick, nice, but it would be like in brown paper bag material for the wrap up the noodles. They will get the yock, and they will also get a little sandwich bag back then. And in the sandwich bag would be what we probably call bouillon today. So it's like the chicken broth mix. And this would be in a little sandwich bag, y'all. And then they would also purchase the hot red pepper. Back then, the hot red pepper came also wrapped up in little wax paper, like a bubble gum. But it would be hot pepper, and you only need a little bit because it's, hot. So once you got your ingredients from the Asian market, which was really the noodle, the pepper, and the base, you came home and you created this amazing noodle dish. All right? When I moved here to Columbia, South Carolina, I went searching for this yock at Asian stores, because now in 2021, 2020, we have more Asian markets and Asian stores. So when you go there, you're looking for the noodle that you know about, which for me is yock. Nobody could help me with it. This noodle right here was one of the first noodles I was able to go ahead and say, all right, it don't taste like yock, but it don't look like yock, but it tastes like yock. And it's a flat noodle, and like a powdery noodle, but it's made different. I guess more so like a linguine style. But it tastes like yock. So I went with it. So then after that time, I found another noodle that I thought I could use, which was the same style noodle, but it was more slender, similar to the yock noodle. So I went with this. It wasn't yock, but I went with it. So the only place you can get this is online and pay too much, or Norfolk, Virginia, probably Richmond, Virginia, probably Chesapeake, but I know Norfolk, Virginia. So I purchased this from our local Piggly Wiggly, but I found out I could have went to the local Asian market or Asian store and paid less and bought more. So I want to open it up and show you guys exactly what this noodle looked like. All right. And you will see why I thought the other noodle probably could possibly work. All right. So this is the yak noodle. This is what I remember. This is what I grew up on. But like I said, now, hey, it's 2020. It come in a box now, baby. So I recently went to Norfolk, and when I went to Norfolk, I got me some yak. I'm tired of telling people I need some yak. I got my yak, okay? All right, I put that back. All right. So the ingredients for yak, you cook your noodles just like you would cook any pasta. All right. Salt the water, boil the noodle, get it done. You will boil eggs. Eggs go in the pasta, but boil eggs and chicken. You cook the chicken. You boil the chicken in your base, giving it the flavor. You can add pepper. You can put a whole onion in it. You can do whatever you like. I'm going to do it the way my mom used to do it, almost to the letter. All right? So that's your chicken. Most of the time it was always chicken wings. It was never chicken breast. It was never thighs. It was never legs. It was chicken wings. That's what we had our yak with. So once you create the yak, you put the noodles in a bowl, honey. Okay? After you put the noodles in the bowl, you take your chicken, put your chicken and get some of that broth and put it over that chicken. Then you take and squeeze you some ketchup on there. All right? Then you put you some soy sauce on there. Okay? But what my mom used to do that I'm not doing, and I'm going to put a picture of it right here, is put that salt poke on it, honey. She would cut that salt poke like bacon, render it down to as crispy, and the grease from that salt pork, she would drizzle it over top of the yak. And to top it off, they would take an onion, dice it up in small cubes, sprinkle it on the top, and then put a little bit of hot pepper on it. Sprinkle a little bit of hot pepper for a little heat. That's optional. You don't have to do that. So, I don't eat pork. My husband don't eat pork. My daughter don't eat pork. We enjoy yak. But you can substitute those things now. I used to be able to use beef bacon. Can't find beef bacon nowhere. It's not on the shelves. I've talked to people at the store. It's not there asking for it. They're not getting it. So it's either the shortage or something. But we're not having beef bacon where I'm located. So today I'm going to be using, for the oil, a little bit of olive oil. Healthier oil. Why not? So I'm going to bring you guys over to the stove, and I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to put this simple meal together in honor of my mother and my family and my city. Stand up for the 757 with the yak, baby. Okay. Come through. Okay, Young World. So what you see here is me just boiling a few chicken wings and basically plain water and an onion. That's the way I like it. I did put like a heaping tablespoon of that chicken base and some white pepper. After that, I brought some water on the stove and went on and added my eggs. And here I am just gently placing them inside the pot. Now, as the eggs cooked and the water began to boil, I didn't stop them or say I didn't, take the water out. I left them there. And I added my yak right there with the boiling eggs. The water's already hot. The yak is ready to go. Okay, so after that, now you do your yak noodles, and they probably take about 10 minutes to cook the noodles down and get them to the right texture that you need to be good. So there's my chicken is ready, and there's my noodle ready, and I'm just going to place a couple of wings over here right now, and then I'm going to put a little bit of that broth on that thing. Yes, yak is so amazing, you guys. You may say, oh, this don't look good, or oh, I can't imagine how it tastes, but when I tell you, you will not regret the flavor. So there you go, putting a heaping amount of ketchup. That brings the flavor out as well. And you're going to see me take the boiled eggs at this time and place them. And some people like to chop them all the way up. Me, I like to just put mine in half and eat them as I see fit. I might just, be eating the noodles and cut one in half and go ahead and eat it from there. There you go. Putting the fresh onions in there. I didn't put as many. And I didn't have any pork grease or bacon grease or beef bacon grease. So I just use olive oil. And that's a healthy alternative, like I said. And there's a little dollop of soy sauce. Keep in mind it's full of salt, so you don't want to be too heavy. Now that's the red pepper. I chose not to put it on that portion of the plate there. And there's my meal.